The Aramaic and Palestinian Targum, Genesis chapter 16. But Sarah, the wife of Abram, had not borne to him, but he had a handmaid, a Mitzritha, and her name was Hagar, the daughter of Pharaoh, whom he gave to him as a handmaid at the time that he received her, being struck by the word from before the Lord. And Sarah said to Abram, Behold, now the Lord hath restrained me from bearing. Go to my handmaid and set her free, perhaps I may be builded by her. And Abram hearkened to the word of Sarah, and Sarah, the wife of Abram, took Hagar, the Mitzritha handmaid, when Abram had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and set her free, and gave her to Abram, to husband, to wife. And he went unto Hagar, and she conceived, and she saw that she had conceived, and the honour of her mistress was despised in her eyes. And Sarah said to Abram, All my affliction is from thee. Being secure that thou wouldest do me justice, I left the land and house of my father, and came up with thee to a foreign land. And forasmuch as I was not able to become a mother, I set free my handmaid, and gave her to lie in thy bosom. And she seeth that she had conceived, and mine honour is despised before her. But now is my affliction manifest before the Lord, who will spread peace between me and thee, and the land shall be replenished from us. Nor shall we need the help of the progeny of Hagar, the daughter of the Pharaoh Bar Nimrod, who threw thee into the furnace of fire. So Hagar was royalty, Egyptian royalty, and she was a princess from the serpent seed, from Nimrod. It's interesting to note. The Jerusalem text says, And Sarah said, My judgment and my affliction are delivered into thine hand. I have left my house of my birth and the house of my father, and came with thee in the faith of the heavens. I have gone in with thee before kings, before Pharaoh the king of Mitzrayim, which is Egypt, and before Amalek king of the Philistines. And I have said of thee, He is my brother, so that they might not kill thee. And when I saw that I was not made faithful, I took Hagar the Mitzritha, my handmaid, and gave her to thee to wife, and said, She shall bring forth, and I will bring up whom she shall bear, that I may be builded, be it only from her. But now, seeing that she hath conceived, my honour is contempted, and despised in her sight. Now may the Lord appear and judge between me and thee, and fulfill mercies upon me and thee, and spread his peace between me and thee, and replenish the world from me and from thee, that we may not heed the son of Hagar the Mitzritha handmaid, who is of the children of the people who cast thee into the burning furnace in Kasdan. And Abram said to Sarah, Behold, thy handmaid is under thy authority. Do to her what is right in thine eyes. And Sarah afflicted her, and she escaped from before her. And the angel of the Lord found her at the fountain of waters in the desert, at the desert of waters, which is on the way to Hagar. And he said, Hagar, handmaid of Sarah, whence comest thou, and whither dost thou go? And she said, From before Sarah my mistress I have escaped. And the angel of the Lord said to her, Return to thy mistress, and be subject under her hand. And the angel of the Lord said to her, Multiplying, I will multiply thy sons, and they shall not be numbered for multitude. And the angel of the Lord said to her, Behold, thou art with child, and thou wilt bear a son, and thou shalt call his name Ishmael, because thy affliction is revealed before the Lord. And he shall be like the wild ass among men. His hands shall take revenge on his adversaries, and the hands of his adversaries be put forth to do him evil. And in the presence of all his brethren he shall be commingled, and shall dwell. And she gave thanks before the Lord, whose words spake to her, and thus said, Thou art he who liveth, and who art eternal, who seeth, but art not seen. For she said, For behold, here is revealed the glory of the Shekinah of the Lord after a vision. And the Jerusalem text says, And Hagar gave thanks and prayed in the name of the word of the Lord, who had been manifest to her, saying, Blessed be thou, Eloah, the living one of all ages, who has looked upon my affliction. For she said, Behold, thou art manifested also unto me, even as thou wast manifested to Sara my mistress. Wherefore she called the well at which the living and eternal one was revealed. And behold, it is situate between Rakam and Chalutza. And Hagar bore Abram a son, and Abram called the name of his son whom Hagar bare Ishmael. And Abram was the son of 86 years when Hagar bore Ishmael to Abram. Okay, this is the end of the reading. I hope you enjoyed it.